to AT&T Park in San Francisco. The young. It's the third of a four-game weekend series between two first-place teams, the Phillies and the Giants. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kenny Albert. Welcome to Fox Saturday Baseball. Will these teams meet in the National League Championship Series this October for the second straight season? Well, the Giants are the defending World Series champions. Phillies have the best record in baseball this season. They've won 8 consecutive games, including the first 2 of this series here in San Francisco, 3-0 on Thursday and 9-2 last night. As I welcome in my partner, Eric Karros. Eric, in the 6th inning of last night's game, emotions ran pretty high.
Well, they really did. Had a little bit of a bench clear, but not a lot of damage done in that 6th inning. The damage done so far has been by the Phillies. They shut out the Giants on Thursday night, then put up 9 runs yesterday. They've won 8 in a row. The Giants, they've just been in a rut, and it's been the pitching and the offense. Pitchers have had over a 5 ERA. The hitting just over 2 runs a game and losing 7 of their last 8. Matt Cain gets the ball today, and he's looking to change that.
Terrific pitching matchup. Cain and Cole Hamels. Phillies look to make it 3 in a row over the Giants here in San Francisco. Cody Ross had the Giants a 4-2 series victory in the NLCS last October. Phillies, Giants, next on Fox. Ramon Ramirez plucks Shane Victorino, and the dugout's empty.
Well, and it was on purpose. There's no question about it. The Giants a little bit upset, specifically the pitcher. He was just having a rough inning. Victorino going out there. Whiteside, he's bouncing around a little bit. No damage done, though.
3 players ejected from last night's game: Ramirez, Victorino, and Whiteside, as we get set for the first pitch here today. The Phillies come in with a record of 73-39. Their batting order brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. The shortstop, Jimmy Rollins, will lead off, followed by center fielder Shane Victorino. Chase Utley bats third. Ryan Howard in the cleanup spot. Then Hunter Pence. Phillies 7-0 since acquiring Pence from the Astros. Raul Ibanez will hit 6th. Bottom of the order, Placido Polanco, Carlos Ruiz, and pitcher Cole Hamels, as the Phillies look to make it 9 consecutive victories. The opening pitch today from AT&T Park, brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Jimmy Rollins steps in. He will lead off against 26-year-old right-hander Matt Cain. Rollins 2 for 8 in the series, and the first pitch from Cain missing away. Ball 1. Cain making his 24th start. Record of 9-7, selected to his second career All-Star team. Now 1-1 on Rollins. Our pitcher profile on Matt Cain, brought to you by Sprint.
Very simple. Matt Cain has to stay close. What I mean by that, he has to keep his ball club close in the game because the Giants offense doesn't come back a lot. Also, prevent the running game. Only 1 of 14 in caught stealing this year against Matt Cain.
Cain faced Cole Hamels of the Phillies just 10 days ago in Philadelphia. He did not allow an earned run in 7 innings. Now 2-2 on the Bay Area native Jimmy Rollins, leading things off for the Phillies. He'll be followed by Shane Victorino and Chase Utley here in the top of the first inning. Full count. Payoff pitch to Rollins. He fouls it back. Right field, Beltran on the run. He looks up. Extra bases for Jimmy Rollins. Rollins with a stand-up double. His 19th two-base hit of the season.
Well, on the previous pitch, Matt Cain went high, probably out of the zone. He tried to come back again, up in the zone. Jimmy Rollins gets a hold of it. Watch Carlos Beltran going back. He plays this one well. He doesn't necessarily get it, but he's got the right route. Rowan gets a hold of it and keeps Rollins at second base.
You heard the boos as Shane Victorino walked to the plate. Plunked in the back last night at the top of the 6th inning by Ramon Ramirez. And we spoke to the umpires about an hour ago, Eric, and they told us there were not going to be any warnings issued prior to today's game.
No, and I don't think anything happens unless the game gets out of hand one way or the other. But I think both teams focused on trying to win the ball game today. That's what can inflict the most damage on the other team.
Giants in desperate need of a victory. They've lost 7 of their last 8. The 0-1 to Victorino. Center field. The former Philly, Aaron Rowan, is under it. 1 away. Defensively for the Giants, in the outfield, Ross, Rowan, and Beltran. Huff at first, Keppinger at second, Cabrera at short, Sandoval at third. The battery of Cain and Eli Whiteside.
And not a great defensive ball club, not a ton of athleticism, but they're probably run of the mill. You know, the Phillies, on the other hand, you're talking about the top defensive team in probably all of baseball.
So Rollins takes his lead off second with 1 out. Chase Utley 7 for 18 lifetime against Cain with 3 home runs.
And you have to watch Rollins too at second base. In the first game of this series, he attempted to steal third in the very first inning. He was called out by umpire Mike Everett, but Rollins is not adverse to trying to run.
And keep in mind, he ran last night, stole a base in the 6th inning with the Phillies leading by 6 runs just prior to Victorino getting hit by Ramirez.
And that's one of the things the Phillies do. They're going to put pressure on you offensively by running the bases. You know, they're not leading the league in stolen bases, but they are in stolen base percentage.
Rollins with 26 steals this year. Kane missing away, ball 2. There's Mike Winters, the crew chief, the home plate umpire. Mike Everett at first. The only non-Mike on this crew, Chris Guccione out at second, and Mike Malinsky, who worked the plate last night, is at third. Now 3-0 on Utley with 1 out. Rollins on at second following his leadoff double, and Ryan Howard moving in the on-deck circle.
See, it's almost as if Matt Cain is pitching around Chase Utley. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but Ryan Howard more of a swing and miss guy than Chase Utley. Maybe you go after the strikeout instead of laying one over the middle of the plate.
A 4-pitch walk to Utley, who has had much more success throughout his career against Cain than Ryan Howard has. So 2 on, only 1 out for Charlie Manuel's Phillies here in the top of the 1st inning. Charlie winning his 617th game as Phillies skipper last night. So here's Howard, who leads the league in RBIs with 87. He took Cain deep in each of his first 2 career at-bats against Matt Cain, but since then Cain has retired him the last 11 times up. So Rollins takes his lead off second, Utley off first, and Howard takes ball 1 low and inside. That's 5 consecutive balls thrown by Cain.
Now you see what's interesting. You look at Cabrera where he's playing, and that serves twofold. You've got the shift against Ryan Howard, but then it takes away a good leadoff by Jimmy Rollins. And it's almost as if you're solving 2 issues right there. Normally he'd be holding him on, but he'd have to break off of the bag and get back to a better position at short.
Now the 1-1 from Cain. Howard swings and misses. 1-2. Hunter Pence waiting on deck. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Ryan Howard with 1 out. Rollins bluffed. Howard strikes out.
Well, we talked about Matt Cain pitching around Utley to go after Howard. Here he goes with the breaking ball in, right down the middle there, and here the off speed. He's got him 1 and 2. He goes after him with a high fastball and entices Ryan Howard to go after it. But I think all along when Chase Utley was at the plate, Cain in his mind just thinking, well, I don't necessarily need to go after him. I can go after Ryan Howard. I can pitch to him, get the strikeout, and go from there.
So with 2 away, here's Hunter Pence, who has been terrific since coming over from the Astros last week. Pence with a base hit in each of his 7 games with the Phillies, batting .367. Phillies 7-0 with Pence in the lineup.
Hey, he's brought a lot of energy over to this Philadelphia ball club. Obviously the home runs, the way he plays the game.
Pence with a base hit into right field. Rollins heading home. Utley on his way to third. And he is in as the ball skipped away from Sandoval. So Pence, who homered in each of the first 2 games of this series, drives in his 69th run of the season. The Phillies take a 1-0 lead.
Well, not pretty, but effective. A good pitch by Matt Cain. Pence hits it off the end of the bat. You see Beltran coming up. He's got Utley dead in the water at third. Sandoval just unable to come up with that ball cleanly. Allows the inning to extend. See Beltran not even worried about home. He's coming up. He knows he's got Utley at third. Utley running to third to make sure he draws the throw there so Rollins can score without a play at the plate.
Runners on the corners with 2 outs for Raul Ibanez. Beltran credited with an assist on that throw, and an error charged to the third baseman Sandoval. Ripped foul. Off to the right by Ibanez, 0-2. Two teams heading in opposite directions over the last week.
Well, and you can see, you know, a lot is made of the Giant offense and the ineptness of the Giant offense. But look at that pitching right there, an ERA of over 5. It hasn't been on par. That's why Bruce Bochy has mentioned it. They're just in a rut right now. Feels they've got to weather the storm, and they'll be out of it soon.
Off the glove of Whiteside, Utley coming home, 2-0 Phillies.
Well, you see that? It just hits off Mike Winter's mask behind the plate. Whiteside looked like he was looking for an off-speed pitch. Wasn't able to get his glove up. But that's just kind of the way things are going with the Giants right now. I mean, it's not just one arena, one area, one player. Just a collective effort of not too good a baseball.
So Utley scores on the pass ball. Pence to second. 1-2 to Ibanez. He strikes out, but the Phillies score 2 in the top of the first inning. And now the Giants must face 12-game winner Cole Hamels. (62-51), first place by a half game in the National League West. Giants batting order brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Aaron Rowan leads off, followed by Jeff Keppinger. Carlos Beltran hits third. Pablo Sandoval the cleanup spot. Then Orlando Cabrera. Cody Ross hits sixth. Bottom of the order, Aubrey Huff, Eli Whiteside, and the pitcher Matt Cain. Giants facing the 27-year-old left-hander Cole Hamels. Comes in with a record of 12-6 in 23 starts. And an earned run average of 2.62. Hamels 4-3 lifetime against the Giants. And the first pitch to the former Philly Aaron Rowan. Missing high, ball 1. A look at the sprint pitcher profile on Cole Hamels.
Very simple for Cole Hamels. He's got to drop a deuce. In 12 of his last 13 starts, he's given up 2 earned runs or less. Had that one outing against the Mets, but right now he's got a 2-run lead. Things don't look good for the Giants.
So his teammates picked up a deuce in the top half.
Yes, they did.
Scoring 2 runs. One was unearned in the top of the first inning off Matt Cain. Rowan 2 for 7 in the series. Represented the Phillies in the 2007 All-Star game right here in San Francisco. Pops it into shallow right. Pence makes the catch, 1 away. Pence joined in the outfield by Ibanez and Victorino. Howard at first, Utley at second, Rollins at short, Polanco at third. The battery of Hamels and Ruiz. Phillies have committed the fewest errors in the National League. With 1 away, here's Jeff Keppinger. Acquired back on July 19th from the Houston Astros. Playing in his 16th game with the Giants, and he takes a called strike, 0-1. Giants, of course, without a couple of infielders in Freddie Sanchez, Miguel Tejada. Catcher Buster Posey out for the season. He was here today, involved in a breakfast with the Giants, chatting with a couple of hundred fans prior to the game. Up the middle, base hit off the bat of Keppinger, so the Giants have a 1-out base runner. So with Keppinger on at first, here's Carlos Beltran. His 10th game with the Giants, following the trade from the New York Mets. Beltran with 8 hits in his last 20 at-bats takes the fastball high and tight for ball 1.
Well, you can see he's starting to get acclimated, and he's got a tall task ahead of him. He's being asked to fill the middle of the lineup. He's coming into a team that needs a number 3 hitter, and he's got to fill that void.
Foul back to the screen, 1-1. We just saw Keppinger, now Beltran. Orlando Cabrera acquired on Saturday from the Cleveland Indians. The 3 most recent acquisitions by general manager Brian Sabean.
Well, and all 3 additions obviously going to play a huge role in the success of this ball club. And they're all going to be penciled into the lineup every day. You're talking about 2 up the middle guys, Keppinger and Cabrera. Then you've got Beltran, who he's different. When you compare him to Hunter Pence going to the Phillies, Beltran is coming in and he becomes the centerpiece of this offense. He doesn't just become a support guy. So besides having to come to a new team, you've got the weight of the ball club, the organization, and the city on your shoulders.
1-2 from Hamels. Beltran with more home runs, more runs batted in than any of his new teammates this season.
And hopefully what he can do is he can get the other guys going. He can provide a distraction for the opposing pitchers.
On one hop, Rollins steps on second, fires to first, double play. By Taco Bell, think outside the bun, and by AT&T, rethink possible. Kenny Albert, Eric Karros back in San Francisco. Phillies out to a 2-0 lead. They've won the first 2 games of this series. They've now outscored the Giants 14-2.
Well, again, we talk about the first 2 games for the Giants, 0 for 14 with runners in scoring position. You've got to provide some sort of relief for your pitchers.
First pitch, Placido Polanco flies out to Carlos Beltran in right. 1 pitch, 1 away. When you talk about starting rotations, should these teams meet in the postseason once again, it should be another tremendous matchup.
Well, it really should. But the thing that is different about these 2 ball clubs, and it goes without saying, the Giants are last in the National League in runs scored. They're second to last in slugging percentage and on-base percentage. And that's just not the case with the Phillies. And they're not the juggernaut that they were offensively in the past. But with the addition of Pence, they've got a very potent lineup.
The 0-1 to Ruiz. Kane missing away. Phillies middle of the pack in most of the offensive categories. Here's John Mayberry Jr., who has homered in each of the first 2 games in this series, as has Hunter Pence. But since the arrival of Pence, they have picked up those numbers. Ryan Howard in particular, 4 home runs in 6 games since Pence came over. Charlie Manuel for a long time hoping for that right-handed bat. And Ruben Amaro Jr. pulled the trigger and acquired Hunter Pence from the Astros. So here's Cole Hamels with 2 away. Hamels 8 hits and 51 at bats this season. As we mentioned, Kane and Hamels faced one another just 10 days ago, July 27th in Philadelphia. As Hamels strikes out on 3 pitches. That game won by the Giants 2-1. Phillies lead today 2-0. Is sponsored by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Bottom of the second inning in San Francisco. Giants lead the all-time series. They won the National League Championship Series last October, 4-2. Phillies have won 3 of 5 this season, including the first 2 here in San Francisco. Giants and Phillies have combined to win 2 of the last 3 World Series titles. In fact, if you go back 4 years to 2007, 4 franchises that have won the championship each of the last 4 years, as Sandoval fouls out to Ruiz. All 4 of those teams playing on Fox today. Yankees and Red Sox, Phillies and Giants.
Well, and could very well be a prelude to both championship series this year. You know, both of these ball clubs here, the Phillies and the Giants, will be around just because of the pitching. And obviously, the Giants right now only a half game ahead of the Arizona Diamondbacks. But again, I think what's gone on in the last week and a half with the Giants, it's not indicative of the ball club. It's more or less just it's a rut. You see that right there, that tied in the loss column, and Kirk Gibson has had that Arizona ball club really playing well. And the longer they continue to be in it, the more they believe that they should be in it.
Since May 13th, the Diamondbacks have gone 46-29 after a slow start. They took 2 of 3 from the Giants earlier this week. One and 2 on Cabrera. His 7th game with the Giants, has a hit in each of the last 5. One out, bottom of the second inning. Phillies lead the Giants 2-0. 1-2 from Hamels. Polanco, 2 away. So that will bring up the MVP of the 2010 NLCS, Cody Ross, who has 4 career home runs during the regular season against Cole Hamels. That's the most by any player off Hamels during his 6-year career.
Well, and you want to talk about the difference in the 2 ball clubs in the postseason last year. And really, it's this man at the plate. He hit .350, had 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. You know, and it's interesting because what he's done this year against the Philadelphia Phillies is at a 132 clip. You know, hasn't hit a home run, no extra base hits, no RBIs.
Struck out 4 times against Cliff Lee on Thursday night.
Yeah.
"13 career home runs for Ross against the Phillies, more than he has hit against any other team." And when you think back to his performance in the postseason, amazing to think that a year ago today he was not yet a member of the San Francisco Giants.
Well, and remember, when he came over to the Giants, he was playing a little, and then he kind of played himself out of favor.
Quiet on waivers from the Marlins last August 22nd. Giants retired in order in the second. Will return to San Francisco after these messages from your local Fox station. Baseball presented by Gillette Fusion Pro Glide. Phillies leading the Giants 2-0. Top of the third inning. As Jimmy Rollins takes a called strike. 0-1. Rollins led off the game with a double off the wall in right field. Came around to score the first Phillies run. Matt Cain had not allowed an earned run in his last 14 innings against the Phillies. His regular season start 10 days ago and in the NLCS last October. But the Phillies scored 2 runs, 1 earned off Cain at the top of the first inning. Did Rollins go around? He did. Strikeout number 4 for Matt Cain. Well, next week on Fox Saturday Baseball, the Pittsburgh Pirates will battle the NL Central leading Brewers. Many of you will see the Rays and the Yankees, or the Rangers and the A's. Next week's telecast of Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by Gillette Fusion Pro Glide, begins at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Check local listings for the game and start time in your area. More boos from the Giants crowd as Shane Victorino steps in for the second time, following the bench clearing incident last night in the 6th inning. Victorino flying to center his first time up.
Well, as a hitter, you know there are times that you're going to be thrown at. And it's one thing if your team incites that. But when it's because the pitcher's not feeling good or having a rough inning or getting hit around a bit and gets frustrated, and then he throws at you, you know, as a hitter, you just don't really appreciate it. And I don't think Shane Victorino appreciated it last night.
Now 3-1 with Chase Utley waiting on deck. Victorino batting .371 this season in sunlight. Fastball just missing away. Second walk issued by Cain. Victorino heads to first. Time now for a DirecTV game break. Cubs and the Reds. Carlos Zambrano, his 23rd career home run. That leads all active pitchers in the major leagues. Bottom 4, Rafael Soriano with a double. Cubs go on to win it 11-4. Brewers by 3 over the Cardinals. Reds now 9 out.
Hey, you know, after the Reds beat the Giants in Cincinnati, it looked like they were going to be on a bit of a roll and they were going to get things going. But since, man, just been right in the tank. Basically playing themselves right out of the division.
Beltran backpedaling. Utley is retired for out number 2. So as Ryan Howard steps to the plate, we take a look at the players who have hit the most home runs in their first 1,000 career games. This is Ryan Howard's 987th major league game, and he is tied with Ralph Kiner, 277 home runs.
Well, when you think of sluggers in baseball today, he is one of your true sluggers. And one of the few guys in baseball that can carry a team. You know, he's done it the past couple of years, late in the season, in August and September. Basically, he's put the Phillies on his back. Charlie Manuel telling us the other day that, you know, he was hoping that Ryan Howard is going to get in one of those streaks.
Finally took a left-handed pitcher deep this week. 23 of his 24 home runs have come against righties.
Yeah, it's just one of those stretches. And fortunately for the Phillies, we've got a guy on the bench today, John Mayberry Jr., who has been able to spell Howard a few times against tough lefties, and he's done a great job this year.
Mayberry has gone deep in each of his last 3 starts, including the last 2 nights here in San Francisco. There you see just 1 home run against a left-handed pitcher this year. He hit 13 last season off lefties. Victorino takes his lead off first, 2 outs. Now 3-0 with Hunter Pence waiting on deck.
You got to watch Howard here right now, because if you're Matt Cain, you can't just figure he's going to take. You still got to make a pitcher's pitch in this situation. I'm guessing if this is something that Howard likes, he's going to let it fly. I think this is a situation where Ryan Howard is guessing before the pitch is even made that he's going to get a fastball. He's going to be aggressive. Matt Cain pulls the string on him because he knows that Ryan Howard was going to go after it.
Howard fouls it off to the right side. The count is now full. Howard struck out his first time up.
Well, you got to get, if you're Ryan Howard right now, Matt Cain threw a 3-0 off-speed pitch, probably have to think he's going to come at you 3-2 off-speed.
Victorino goes. Howard strikes out for the second time. 5th strikeout for Cain. Middle of the 3rd, 2-0 Phillies. Bottom of the 3rd inning in San Francisco. Aubrey Huff leading off against Cole Hamels. Giants have had 1 base runner over the first 2 innings. Jeff Keppinger singled back in the first, but he was erased on a double play. Huff last season finished 7th in National League MVP balloting. 26 home runs, drove in 86 runs. But like many of his teammates, Eric, the numbers have not been close to what they were in 2010.
No, and I think for me, this is the guy over the next 2 months that can really impact this ball club. I mean, granted, Beltran is the guy that they're going to focus on, but Aubrey Huff has the ability to really salvage his season just by having a solid 2 months. Still a very capable player. Swung the bat better in the last week. I think right now for him, it's for any player, it becomes mental after a period of time. And he's gone 4 months, and you're thinking, man, I just wasted this year. But forget that. You still got 2 months to go. You can propel your team to another postseason berth.
And Bruce Bochy said before yesterday's game, Huff has taken much better swings lately. He's gained confidence. Had a day off in Cincinnati, which Bochy feels helped him get out of his season-long struggles. Huff grounds out to the second baseman, Utley. We spoke between innings with Bruce Bochy about his team's recent offensive funk.
Well, I think more than anything is get the guys at the top of the order on, and for Beltran and Pablo, and hopefully drive them in. But we need production throughout the order, and we're in a tough rut right now. And when you get in one of these things, it's tough to get out of. But they're fighting, and that's all you can ask.
Beltran been everything and more that you expected?
He really has. He gives you great quality at bats. He's patient up there, yet he drives the ball, and I think he's going to help take the pressure off the other guys once we come out of this.
Thanks, Bruce. Best of luck.
All right, guys. Thanks.
And our thanks to Bruce Bochy for chatting with us between innings. Eli Whiteside at the plate, batting just .213, 4 hits in his last 38 at bats. We talked to Bruce Bochy about the Giants' offensive woes. Last in the league in runs scored, 13th in hits, 14th in batting average, 14th in home runs. Yet they still lead their division thanks in large part to their starting rotation and their closer, Brian Wilson.
Well, there's no question. The pitching has been the rock, and offensively, it's been a couple of guys that just haven't had the years that the Giants organization had expected. I think Cody Ross had hoped would be more productive. Aubrey Huff, obviously. The injuries to Pat Burrell, Freddie Sanchez, Buster Posey. This team's had to deal with a lot of adversity.
A slow roller, Utley charging, scoops it with his glove, and Whiteside is retired. Nice play by Phillies second baseman Chase Utley. Time for another DirecTV game break. Take you back to Wrigley. Reed Johnson with the pop-up. Brandon Phillips colliding with Drew Stubbs. Phillips took the worst of it. He initially stayed in the game, but later left the game with a right ankle sprain. That taking place in the 4th inning in that Cubs 11-4 victory. Matt Cain, 4 hits and 44 at bats this season. 0-2. Cain strikes out on 3 pitches. Another 1-2-3 inning for Cole Hamels. Phillies with a 2-0 lead. Hunter Pence drove in a run back in the first. He will lead off for the Phillies when we return. Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Looks pretty relaxing, doesn't it?
Yeah, real relaxing out there, huh? I'd hate to have somebody stand up in the middle there, though. I mean, you stand up, you may tip that thing over, huh? Hey, everybody out there, save me a hot dog.
I don't think anybody's thinking about standing in the near future. Hunter Pence hopes to be running around the bases. Something he has done each of the last 2 nights. His first 2 home runs in a Phillies uniform. Thursday off Madison Bumgarner, and last night off Jeremy Affeldt. He pops this one into shallow right, of the basket. Catch is made by the second baseman Jeff Keppinger, his former teammate with the Houston Astros.
Hunter Pence doesn't get cheated. He's going to take a full swing every time. And hasn't hit the ball in the barrel yet today.
Did drive in a run back in the first inning as he extended his hitting streak to 8 games. One away for Raul Ibanez, who struck out in the first inning. Kane with 5 strikeouts over the first 3 innings. It's been a streaky season power-wise for Ibanez. 1 home run in April, 7 in May, 1 in June, and then 7 in July.
So what are you telling me is going to happen in August? A little slow?
Loves those odd-number months. Just wait until September.
Yeah.
Ibanez lines out to Keppinger, 2 away. Well, Chevrolet proudly supports the great game of baseball at all levels. See how they're making kids' baseball dreams come true across the USA at ChevyBaseball.com. Phillies lead the Giants 2-0. 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. Here's Placido Polanco, fly to right his first time up. Polanco selected to his 2nd All-Star game. Could not play due to a back injury, but did fly out to Phoenix. Took part of the pregame introductions, as did Shane Victorino, who was unable to play in the game as well.
Well, Polanco had a number of back issues. He's taken a series of shots, and Charlie Manuel telling me that he's going to have to watch him the rest of the way. You're going to have to give him days off. You're going to have to monitor him. Here's Charlie. You ask a guy like Polanco if he can play, he's going to say, oh yeah, sure, I'm good. Sometimes players are their own worst enemies.
And with regard to the All-Star game, we saw Charlie the week before asked about Polanco. And Charlie said, if I were selected to an All-Star game, even if I had a broken leg, I would go. Here's the 2-2. High and tight, full count. Payoff pitch to Polanco. Here's the inning for Keppinger. And the Phillies are retired in order in the 4th. 2-0 Phillies. Top of the order for the Giants. Aaron Rowan leading off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rowan fly to the right fielder Pence. His first time up. Hamels has faced the minimum 9 batters over the first 3 innings. Did allow a base hit back in the first. But then Beltran grounded into a double play. There's a base hit into left field for Rowan. So the Giants have the leadoff man on for the first time. Time now for Fox Sounds of the Game. We chatted between innings with Phillies hitting coach Greg Gross and asked him about the recent addition of Hunter Pence to the Phillies lineup.
Yeah, he's a nice addition. It sort of balances our lineup out, and plus he's fun to watch play.
When you get a guy that's been on another ball club, what do you do as a hitting coach as far as do you give him advice? Do you try to figure out his routine? How do you approach it?
Well, basically, it's just a lot of conversation going on now. Yeah, I mean, he knows his swing, so I pretty much just asked him questions, you know, how he prepares, the information that he likes to have on opposing pitchers, things that he, you know, does when, or he feels he does when he's not going well. It's something that I can watch for. So right now it's just a conversation going on.
And Greg, how about John Mayberry Jr.? Not in the lineup today, but he's done a terrific job as of late. 2 home runs in this series.
Well, John's probably been our most improved player over the course of the season, starting at the end of last year and then through this year. He's gotten an opportunity to play, and he's really taken advantage of that opportunity.
Thanks, Greg.
You're welcome.
Up the middle, base hit off the bat of Keppinger, his second hit today. So the Giants have runners on first and second with nobody out for Carlos Beltran. We thank Greg Gross for joining us on Fox Sounds of the Game. Now the Giants threatening here in the bottom of the fourth.
You see Keppinger going after it, keeps his hands back, and then just shoots the ball up the middle. This is exactly what the Giants are looking for, though. You get some runners on for Carlos Beltran, coming into today with a .330 average with runners in scoring position.
Grounded into a double play back in the first inning. Still looking for his first home run as a Giant. He has never homered, Eric, in this ballpark in 27 career games. Two on, nobody out as Hamels delivers. 0-1 on Beltran. Beltran 3 career home runs off Hamels, and he leads the National League in home runs off left-handed pitching this year with 8. Beltran behind, 0-2.
Hamels so far this inning has thrown 6 pitches. Every one of them has been over the plate for a strike.
Make it 7 for 7 as Beltran strikes out.
Well, he didn't leave anything over the plate at all. See, he starts inner half, he gets Beltran going. This is low and away. Got him 0-2, and then back with that pitch that he started him with. I mean, that's the thing about the elite pitchers. So when they get in trouble, they're still able to make the hitter expand the zone, make pitchers pitches. And Cole Hamels has been doing it all year long.
His last 11 pitches have been strikes. Broken bat grounder off the bat of Sandoval, and the Phillies turn the 4-6-3 double play. The second double play in 4 innings hit into by the Giants, who still trail 2-0.
Yeah, my man out there barbecuing, had a little beer going. I like it. It's a way to enjoy a ball game.
What a day here in the Bay Area as Carlos Ruiz takes a called strike.
There he is. Look at him going to work.
There are not many more better settings in all of sports than this ballpark and Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia as well.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about the fans and the support. If you're a player, these are really the two places you'd love to play in the National League.
Two beautiful new ballparks.
Great fan support. Winning organizations.
And 4 straight division titles for the Phils. Giants winning their first championship since 1954 last season. Giants, since moving to San Francisco, have never finished in first place 2 straight years. Something they hope to accomplish over these next 2 months. As Ruiz fouls it back. Fly to right his first time up. Phillies scored their 2 runs in the top of the first inning. Rollins a leadoff double. Utley a 1-out walk. Huff, the first baseman, can't find it. Now he recovers and makes the catch after doing a 360.
Well, that's really an outstanding effort. It doesn't look good, but look, he gets out there, he does a complete 360, still holds his balance and catches the ball. Probably in his mind, he's thinking, where is my second baseman right now? But see Aubrey sticking with it. Really a nice job. Wasn't smooth doing it, but he got it done.
Ball 1 to Cole Hamels, I guess, as a former first baseman. You can identify with this?
Well, the tough thing is not only do you have the sun, but he's running straight back. He isn't really able to take an angle on the ball. And probably more importantly, all the while he's running back, he's waiting to hear, I got it, from Keppinger. And he's not hearing it. When he doesn't hear it, he's thinking, oh, no.
I had an interesting conversation with our colleague Mark Grace a couple of weeks ago during a game at Citi Field in New York when a 2-out pop-up fell in between Ryan Howard and Chase Utley and allowed a run to score in a game with Cole Hamels on the mound for the Phillies as Hamels is called out on strikes. And Mark reminisced about how Hall of Fame second baseman Ryan Sandberg did not want any part of pop-ups to the right side. They were all marks.
Yeah, no, a lot of guys are like that too. You know, some are more comfortable with ground balls as opposed to pop-ups, and then there's certain types of pop-ups that, you know, second baseman or shortstop, they'll call all the time, and there's others you don't even hear them.
So you kind of keep a mental book on your teammates, second baseman?
Oh yeah, there were some guys that that I knew didn't want anything to do with a pop-up. Some of them didn't want anything to do with a ground ball either.
One and 2 on Rollins.
I tell you, but Matt Cain is really throwing the heck out of the ball. I mean, outside of that ball that Rollins hit off the wall in the first inning, there haven't been hard hit balls.
Phillies have had only 1 base runner since the first inning. Ground ball to the right side, backhanded by Keppinger. And the Phillies are retired in order by Cain here in the 5th. They continue to lead the Giants 2-0. Fusion Pro Glide turns shaving into gliding and skeptics into believers. Beautiful afternoon in San Francisco. Kenny Albert, Eric Karros, bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies lead the Giants 2-0 as Orlando Cabrera leads off on the first pitch. He grounds out to the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. So Cabrera now 0 for 2. Should the Giants make it to the postseason, Cabrera would tie a major league record. Kenny Lofton and David Wells have played in the postseason with 6 different franchises. Cabrera has gone to the playoffs with 5 different teams, acquired last week by the Giants.
You know what's interesting about that, why I think he differentiates himself from those other two. Wells a pitcher, and then Lofton, outfield and could be a utility guy. But Cabrera is usually a starting shortstop for all those clubs. You just don't see that very often.
Member of the Red Sox back in 2004 when they won the World Series. Red Sox traded away Nomar Garciaparra at the trade deadline that year. And then Cabrera went to the Angels. Made it to the postseason in 05 and 07 with the White Sox in 08. Twins in 09 and the Reds last year. Three and 1 on Ross, who grounded out to Polanco his first time up. So Cabrera looking to make it to the postseason with a 6 different organization. Ross started down towards first, but Mike Winters says stay right here.
That's a pretty decent pitch right there. May have thought it was a bit low. Again, with the way that Hamels has been pounding the strike zone today, you think he's going to get that call.
Now the payoff pitch, and Ross fouls it off to the left side.
Oh, you look at the 2 today so far. Right on par. Cole Hamels, you see 0 walks. Hasn't hit many barrels at all. He's only got the 2 strikeouts, but like I said, guys are not hitting the ball well against him.
Bounce to short. And Ross is thrown out by Rollins.
Rollins has to stay back with the high hop. He shows off his strong arm. See, Howard holds the bag. Nice play by the big man over at first.
The throw beating Ross by a half step.
Good to have long toes.
Nope. With 2 away, Aubrey Huff. Hamels will take it to the bag himself. And the Giants are retired in order in the 5th here in San Francisco. sponsored by Chevrolet, proud to support youth baseball across the country. And by Burger King and the all-new BK Burger and Chicken Minis. Back in San Francisco, Phillies lead 2-0. Shane Victorino leads off here in the top of the 6th, and we all know what happened in the top of the 6th inning last night with Victorino at the plate.
Little different ball game though today. Matt Cain has been on his mark today. I mean, after the first inning, yet to give up another hit.
He's retired 8 in a row, 13 of the last 14 Phillies he has faced after allowing the 2 runs in the first. Ground ball to the shortstop, Cabrera. Victorino now 0 for 2. Well, check out the MLB Fan Cave at MLBFanCave.com. Many of baseball's biggest stars have stopped by the cave. Check out all of the videos. See who will visit the cave next. Follow MLB Fan Cave on Twitter and like the MLB Fan Cave page on Facebook. In fact, 2 new videos debuted this week on the website as part of the ongoing Fan Cave series, including a funny Ryan Howard bit about him playing in his high school marching band. So check it out. Chase Utley walked and scored in the first, fly to right in the 3rd inning.
A little note here, I saw that the Phillies this year, when Chase Utley scores a run, and he did score one in the first inning, are 40-4.
Wow. Backhanded by Huff. Cain covering. 2 out. So with 2 outs at the top of the 6th inning. In case you joined us late, if you joined us after the top of the first, you missed both runs. Hamels has been terrific. Cain allowing the 2 runs. Only 1 earned back in the first. Hunter Pence driving in one of the Phil's 2 runs. So now here's Ryan Howard, who has struck out twice and did something last night that he had never done before in his major league career. I'll give you a hint. You did it twice.
I did it twice.
You did it twice.
I thought I did it once.
According to our friend Megan Sheehan at Stats LLC. According to Megan, you pinch ran twice back in September of 1991. Ryan Howard pinch ran for the first time in his career last night.
Yeah, it's something he can tell his grandkids one day, that yeah, I pinch ran, I could move a little bit, I could run. I'm not necessarily sure that was the reason, but you can put that on the resume.
So I guess you only remember your first.
I remember the first because it was my major league debut. It was with the Dodgers, and Tommy Lasorda, Hall of Fame manager, had me pinch run for Mike Sharperson. That was my debut. Speed was my game.
One of the smartest moves Tommy ever made. How'd you do?
I don't recall. Everything went blank when he said, "Eric, you're pinch running for Sharp." You see again with the 3-2 pitch going off speed. Just not going to challenge Howard, and if you do, you've got to go out of the zone with the fastball, elevate like he did in his first at bat.
Howard strikes out for the 3rd time, which will give Eric a couple of minutes to think about his pinch running MLB debut. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error. As Eli Whiteside leads off for San Francisco here in the bottom of the 6th inning against Cole Hamels, who allowed 1 base runner in the first, 2 in the 4th. That has been it. Whiteside grounded out to the second baseman Utley, his first time up. Hamels, a 12-game winner. 12-6 over his first 23 starts. On a staff with 14-game winner Roy Halladay, 11-game winner Cliff Lee. Roy Oswalt returning from the disabled list tomorrow. And how about Vance Worley, who won his 6th consecutive decision last night?
I mean, just sick. The pitching staff is absolutely sick. If you're a hitter on an opposing team, you're going, oh, I hope we don't have to play Philly this week. Just not good. Not good for the ego having to go hit against his staff.
And Hamels, of course, the ace back in 2008 when the Phillies won the World Series. He started and won the first game in all 3 series during the postseason. As Whiteside pops out to Jimmy Rollins for out number 1. Well, Fox Sports is proud to support Stand Up to Cancer and their work to fund groundbreaking research that helps accelerate treatment to patients. Stand up for someone you love. Visit standuptocancer.org/Fox Sports to learn more. As we welcome you into the broadcast booth, Kenny Albert along with Eric Karros, and throughout this 2011 season, we, along with all of our colleagues at Fox Sports, are proud to support Stand Up to Cancer. Matt Cain at the plate, struck out his first time up.
You know, I was talking about this pitching staff just being sick, and Cole Hamels was just pitching lights out today. This is the 18th. That's the 18th batter he's faced today. 17 of them, he has thrown a first pitch strike to.
Wow.
17. And he's in a stretch right now where he's gone 15 straight batters first pitch strike.
You mentioned earlier he's allowed 2 or fewer runs in 12 of his last 13 starts.
I mean, why not just save some time and just go up there and say, hey, I'm 0-1. Let's go from here.
Our statistician Marty Aronoff reminding us that on Thursday night in the series opener, Cliff Lee threw a first pitch strike to 29 of the 33 batters that he faced. Hamels getting the job done today. Baseball greats coming together for the Pepsi Max Field of Dreams promotion. As Rowan strikes out, you and your friends can win a chance to play ball with MLB legends. Visit Pepsi Max Field of Dreams online to enter today. If you build it, they will come. 2-0 Phils. The Giants 2-0. The last 14 batters in this game on both sides combined have been retired by the combination of Matt Cain and Cole Hamels. Hunter Pence drove in one of the two Phillies runs back in the first inning and then popped to second in the fourth. Pence lines one for a base hit into left field, his second hit today, and the Phillies' first base hit off Cain since the Pence single back in the first inning. Time now for our Just for Men Keep Your Edge spotlight. Just as Matt Cain and Cole Hamels have given their teams the edge today, you too can keep your edge with Just for Men. Mustache and beard, they matched up against one another in Game 3 of the NLCS last October. A 3-0 Giants victory. They faced one another 10 days ago in Philadelphia. And a terrific pitcher's duel once again today here in San Francisco.
Well, it's definitely lived up to that. Both of these guys as good as there are in the National League. And I think Matt Cain, though, you can't say that he's pitching better, but he's going against a much tougher offense than what San Francisco is featuring right now. But Cole Hamels, man, just been a strike throwing machine.
0-2 on Raul Ibanez, who is 0 for 2 today.
Maybe not with this hitter, but I think sometime this inning you've got to send Pence. As I mentioned at the top of the show, with Matt Cain on the hill, you know, they've only caught one runner in 14 attempts.
Come on, Cain. Really?
You know, you maybe don't run with Ibanez because he's the left-handed hitter. You've got that hole open on the right side, but I think you do it sometime this inning.
Pence 7 steals and 8 tries this season. The 0-2 to Ibanez on the ground to the second baseman Keppinger. The flip to second. Safe at first, Ibanez. So the Giants get the lead runner Pence one away. We take you back to Game 3 of the NLCS last October. Cain battling Hamels. Cain did not allow a run in 7 innings. Hamels 2 earned runs in 6 innings. And then just over a week ago in Philadelphia, again, Cain does not allow an earned run in 7 innings. Hamels, a tough luck loss, and their pitching lines today. With the Phillies leading this game 2-0.
Yeah, and you look at the walks right there, Cole Hamels. You got the big 0. He's throwing the ball around the plate. The Giants just have not been able to get anything going. They had that one threat, first and second, with Beltran and Sandoval coming up, and you mentioned earlier, 4 pitches later, he's out of the inning.
The first and second, nobody out. Beltran strikes out on 3 pitches. Sandoval, the first pitch from Hamels, grounds into a double play. Speaking of double plays, Polanco grounds into the 6-6-3. It is 7th inning stretch time here in San Francisco. Michelin, a better way forward. By DirecTV, now NFL Sunday Ticket is included when you switch to DirecTV. And by New Line Cinemas, Final Destination 5 in theaters August 12th. Bottom of the 7th inning here in San Francisco. Cole Hamels and the Phillies leading the Giants 2-0. Jeff Keppinger, who singled in each of his first 2 at-bats on the first pitch from Hamels, grounds out to the shortstop Rollins for out number 1. So make it 17 consecutive first pitch strikes from Cole Hamels.
Really is unbelievable. And as a hitter, you know, you're in that quandary because he's throwing the first pitch strike. So you're up there, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to get a strike. I'm going to be aggressive. I swing at it. It's not necessarily the strike you want to hit. And on the other side, if you go up there and take, you're 0-1.
As we just saw from Beltran. Struck out on 3 pitches his last time up. Now 1-1.
You know, there was another guy, a pretty good right-hander, that you had the same type of dilemma when I played. It was Greg Maddux, which he just threw strike after strike. So you go up there and you go, I'm going to be aggressive. Get you swinging at something out of the zone. Look, I mean, nothing is hard hit. Nothing.
Rollins to Howard, 2 away, and Hamels is now retired 10 in a row. Well, Budweiser is searching for the best crew of friends in America. Find out how to play and register your crew at bandofbuds.com.
I remember you talking earlier about Cliff Lee, and you know, I think he threw 29 first pitch strikes to 33 batters. Well, you know, I don't think Hamels will have an opportunity to do that because I don't think he's going to face 33 hitters. I mean, with the way he's going right now.
He's retired 10 in a row, and the Giants during that stretch have not hit a ball out of the infield.
Hey, Kenny, what was that pitch right there? Strike 1. Look at that. Who got the short end there?
No balls have come close to McCovey Cove with Cole Hamels on the mound today. There's a base hit to center field off the bat of Sandoval. 4th hit of the game for the Giants and their first base runner since the 4th inning. So a 2-out base runner for the Giants, who trail 2-0. Here's Orlando Cabrera, who is 0 for 2. Another first pitch strike. Giants actually have more base hits today than the Phillies.
Well, the problem is they could have used that Sandoval hit in that 4th inning.
That's right.
First 2 guys get on base.
And then after Beltran struck out, Sandoval on the first pitch grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Giants shut out by Cliff Lee on Thursday. Lost 9-2 last night. Trail this game 2-0. Giants have lost 7 of their last 8. Phillies have won 8 in a row. As Sandoval strikes out, or Cabrera strikes out, Sandoval stranded on first. 7 innings in the books. 2-0 Phils. Carlos Ruiz leading off against Matt Cain. Ruiz 0 for 2 today. Yet another low-scoring game here at AT&T Park. Among all of the ballparks in Major League Baseball, on average this season here in San Francisco, 6.02 runs per game. That is last among all ballparks.
Well, that's why when you compare these two pitching staffs, and both of them are great, the Phillies staff for me is even more impressive because they do it in a ballpark that is really conducive to offense. And not taking anything away from the Giants staff because they are remarkable. But this is a pitcher's ballpark. There's no question about it.
Had a lot of talk this week leading up to the series. Charlie Manuel was asked about the Giants pitching staff, and he said they're very, very good. But he also talked about longevity. Guys in the Phillies have done it for more years at this point than the Lincecums and Canes and Bumgarners.
Well, I think the word great gets thrown around a lot when it shouldn't be. Everybody is not great. And I think longevity allows you to be great.
Ruiz sends this one into the right field corner, and it's foul.
Here's Charlie.
Phillies and Giants 1 and 2 in team earned run average. Pick up one of those on the way in. Giants last year led Major League Baseball in earned run average, strikeouts, opponent batting average. This year the Phillies leading in ERA. Phillies have thrown 15 shutouts. They have 13 complete games. Phillies have allowed only 19 unearned runs all season long. As Ruiz shoots this one into center, Rowan is under it. One away. Well, the NFL is back, and Fox's coverage begins with a preseason special next Friday as the Buccaneers head to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Coverage begins Friday at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific in high definition only on Fox. San Francisco 49ers making news with the signing of wide receiver Braylon Edwards earlier this week. Cole Hamels has struck out twice today. Of course, the Philadelphia Eagles have put together what some are referring to as the dream team.
Well, it's good to be a sports fan if you live in Philadelphia right now. The Eagles, the Flyers, the Phillies.
On the same day the Phillies acquired Hunter Pence, the Eagles signed Nnamdi Asomugha, the former Raider. As Hamill strikes out for the third time. Well, you can create your fantasy football team today at foxsports.com. Fox Fantasy Football is brand new and better than ever. Play today at foxsports.com/fantasy. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Here's Rollins. First pitch, pops it up to the right side. Huff is called off by Keppinger. And we head to the bottom of the 8th in San Francisco. advanced aspirin, the official pain reliever of Major League Baseball. And by Sprint. All together now. Kenny Albert, Eric Karros, bottom of the 8th inning. The only runs in this game scored at the top of the first. Phillies with a 2-0 lead. New third baseman for the Phils, Michael Martinez, replacing Placido Polanco. Cody Ross 0 for 2 leading off against Cole Hamels. Guess what? Strike one. That is 21 consecutive first pitch strikes thrown by Hamels. 21 in a row.
You know, a little surprise though here. We're in the 8th. That's the Philadelphia bullpen, but nobody down there in the Giant bullpen at all. Matt Cain hitting 4th this inning.
Fastball catching the inside corner, now 1-2.
See, not any movement over there. You just got to wonder if Matt Cain hits regardless in a 2-run ball game. You know, as dominant as Cole Hamels has been today, you get a guy on first, you bring the tying run to the plate. You know, I think that speaks volumes of what Matt Cain has done. Really only 1 earned run. Even the run that was driven in, Hunter Pence didn't hit the ball that well. See Martinez asking for some sunglasses, and you know, I'll tell you what, that's a good move right there, because a lot of guys, you go out there and you go, oh man, I didn't bring my glasses, I could use them, and you'll just try to get through that inning. Here he calls timeout and gets a hold of him.
Ross pops it into shallow right. Catch is made by Pence for out number 1. Time for another DirecTV game break. We head to Fenway for the Yankees and the Red Sox. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2-2 game. Carl Crawford drives in Kevin Youkilis with the go-ahead run. 3-2 Red Sox. Then later in the inning, Jacoby Ellsbury with a 3-run home run off CC Sabathia. Ellsbury's 10th homer since the 6th of July. And that gave the Red Sox a 7-2 lead. It's now 7-3. How about Sabathia? Coming into play today, 0-3 against the Red Sox this year, 16-2 against everybody else.
Well, you know, the Red Sox, they're not intimidating. I think there's one of those things that anytime you have a pitcher that's dominant, there is that, oh no, we've got to face him. The Red Sox don't have that feeling against Sabathia.
Bounce foul to the right side. Aubrey Huff 0 for 2 today. He has grounded out twice. Hamels has allowed only 4 base hits. There's Javier Lopez up for the Giants pen. Only 1 Giants base runner has advanced past first base. Back-to-back singles by Rowand and Keppinger in the 4th. But Hamels got out of the inning. Popped up, foul territory. Ruiz 2 away. What's going on in the Phillies bullpen? We check in with Ken Rosenthal. Ken?
Kenny, Eric, the Phillies were trying to acquire a reliever at the deadline, but their bullpen actually appears in decent shape. The return of Roy Oswalt enables them to move Kyle Kendrick to the bullpen, and Vance Worley also could pitch out of the pen in the postseason. Meanwhile, it's still possible that Jose Contreras could return, and Brad Lidge is starting to look like a pretty effective right-on-right specialist. Put it all together with Michael Stutz, Antonio Bastardo, and Ryan Matson, and that's a lot of weapons.
All right, thanks, Ken. We spoke to Charlie Manuel before the game, and he would love to get Jose Contreras back.
Yeah, I mean, it just give him a ton of options.
Off the glove of Howard. Giants have a 2-out base runner. Whiteside on at first, and now Nate Schierholtz will pinch hit for Matt Cain.
Whiteside just sticks the bat out. Howard does a nice job at knocking it down. Utley hustling all the way to prevent Whiteside from going to second base. Again, we mentioned it, as dominant as Hamels has been, and what he's been able to do to this Giant ball club today. The Giants are one swing away from tying it up.
Schierholtz batting .270. He's 5 for 20 as a pinch hitter with 6 pinch runs batted in. A rare first pitch ball thrown by Hamels.
First one since the first inning.
The 1-0, Hamels missing inside. Now 2-0. Schierholtz pinch hitting for Cain is just 4 for his last 37. Two and 1.
Well, Schierholtz can do so many things. Very athletic. He can hit for power. He can throw. But he just hasn't been consistent. The Giants had hoped that he would take the job, but since the All-Star break, just been ineffective.
Now 2-2 on the pinch hitter Schierholtz with 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies leading the Giants 2-0. Phillies scored their runs at the top of the first inning. One of the runs unearned. Phillies will have Victorino, Utley, and Howard due up in the top of the 9th. Base hit into left field. So back-to-back singles by Whiteside and the pinch hitter Schierholtz. Giants have 2 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing by 2.
Well, there haven't been many opportunities. Really, the only other one in that 4th inning where the top 2 hitters got on base, and then Beltran struck out. Sandoval hits it into double play. Here, Aaron Rowan, opportunity to tie the ball game with something in the gap. Hit something out, puts him ahead.
Now a visit from pitching coach Rich Doobie. There's Brad Lynch in the Phillies pen. Schierholtz with that pinch single, now 4 for 6 lifetime against Cole Hamels. So the Giants, for only the 2nd time today with a runner on second base. Remember, they are 0 for 15 in this series with runners in scoring position. So the former Philly, Aaron Rowan, steps in to face Cole Hamels with 2 on, 2 out. Whiteside at second. Schierholtz takes his lead off first. Rowan today is 1 for 3. Hamels missing away. Ball 1.
Well, you see Martinez over at third base hugging the line. That gives that whole left side of the infield. It's a big hole over there for Aaron Rowan.
Popped up. Calling for it, the second baseman, Utley. Giants strand 2 in the 8th. So with Matt Cain looking on, we head to the 9th. Still 2-0 Phils. Match of the 2010 NLCS. They lead today 2-0 as we head to the ninth. New pitcher for the Giants, 34-year-old left-hander Javier Lopez, making his 55th appearance of the season in relief of Matt Cain, who was terrific in 8 innings, allowed only 1 earned run, 2 runs in all on only 3 hits, walked 2, struck out 8. Lopez facing Shane Victorino on the first pitch, a bouncer fielded by Sandoval. Then he couldn't get it out of his glove, and Victorino is on for the Phillies here in the ninth.
And not much Sandoval could do right here. He's going to have to make a quick, clean transfer. You see that ball kind of shoot backwards when it hits the grass. Doesn't get a good handle on it. So he just kind of fumbles that around.
But an infield hit for Shane Victorino. So the Phillies have the leadoff man on here in the ninth inning with Chase Utley stepping to the plate.
I mean, I know he won't do it here, but I'll tell you, Chase Utley drop a bunt down third base right now, and he run for days.
Strike 1 from Lopez.
Got Sandoval playing way off the line and back. See where look at Sandoval. You could just kick that ball out there.
The 0-1 Utley fouls it off to the left side. An injury report. Remember, Michael Martinez replaced Polanco at third base in the last half inning. Polanco left the game due to left hip soreness.
Yeah. You know, then you start thinking with all the back trouble he's had as of late. I mean, it's all related.
The 0-2 from Lopez, and Utley sends it into the gap in right center, and Beltran runs it down for out number 1. With the Phillies leading the Giants 2-0 in the top of the ninth. Time permitting, following this game, we will send you to bonus coverage of the Yankees and the Red Sox from Fenway Park in Boston. Yankees winning last night's game 3-2. Trailing today 7-3. Yankees leading the American League East by 1 game over the Red Sox. Yankees have won 8 straight, as have the Phillies. Here's Ryan Howard, who has struck out 3 times today, as Lopez throws over to first. So Howard happy to see Cain out of the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure, though, that you'd necessarily, if you're Ryan Howard, want to see Javier Lopez. No. I mean,
well, base hit into right field past the diving Keppinger. So lefty against lefty. Howard with a base hit, sending Victorino over to third.
Hey, he fights it through the hole. Didn't hit it all that well, but very well placed.
So the Phillies threatening here in the top of the ninth with runners on the corners and 1 out for Hunter Pence.
Well, you see, if you're the Giants right now, though, Bruce Bochy's, man, you know, 2 balls that could have very easily been outs. Now he's got to go to the pen.
And that will be all for Javier Lopez. With one out, top of the ninth inning, 28-year-old right-hander Sergio Romo, the third Giants pitcher today. He has, in essence, pitched a perfect game plus 2 batters this season. He's retired the last 29 batters he has faced. And on the first pitch from Romo, Hunter Pence pops it up. The catch is made by the shortstop Cabrera, make it 30 in a row retired by Romo.
Yeah, Romo's really done the job. I mean, you almost want to call him the mini beard. You know, I mean, he's got the facial hair. He's been just as effective.
There's the beard.
There's Daddy Beard right there. Look at that. Look at that hair right there on the right, the beard on the left. Featuring that out there on the mound. 3 pretty darn good pitchers.
Romo has retired 30 straight. The National League record is held by a former Giant. Jim Barr retired 41 in a row back in August of 1972. Here's Ibanez with 2 outs, and he takes a called strike. 0-1.
See, Romo's still got a ways to go.
About what, 6 months?
Doesn't have the, the scraggliness.
You've started to head that way, it looks like, over the last week or so.
I'm not there, not anywhere close.
Runners on the corners with 2 out. The 1-1 to Ibanez. Left field, and the catch is made by Ross. 31 consecutive batters retired by Romo. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Keppinger, Beltran, Sandoval duo. Baseball presented by Gillette Fusion Pro Glide. Bottom of the ninth inning in San Francisco. Phillies behind Cole Hamels leading the Giants 2-0. Cliff Lee pitched a complete game shutout on Thursday. Giants have scored 2 runs in 26 innings against Phillies pitching in this series. Strike 1 to Keppinger.
Well, and still have yet to get a hit with runners in scoring position. Well, right now, though, the Giants are going to have their best up right now. You got Keppinger, Beltran, and Sandoval.
Keppinger with 2 of the Giants' 6 base hits today. Hamels has faced only 4 batters above the minimum. He's allowed 6 singles, but the Phillies have turned 2 double plays. He has not walked a batter. Phillies already with 13 complete games this season. Roy Halladay with 6, Cliff Lee 5, 1 apiece for Hamels and Worley. Hamels threw a complete game back on May 3rd against the Washington Nationals, the 8th of his career, and now he falls behind 3-1 to the leadoff man Keppinger.
Well, as a pitcher in this situation, you want the man to have to get a base hit. You don't want to walk him and bring the tying run to the plate. Well, and because Hamels has been throwing so many strikes, he's getting the benefit of any call.
Payoff pitch to Keppinger, who fouls it off. You saw Ryan Madsen up and throwing in the Phillies pen. Keppinger, Beltran, and Sandoval for the Giants here in the bottom of the 9th. Phillies scored 2 runs in the top of the 1st inning. That has been it. Looking to win their 9th in a row. Right field, Hunter Pence, 1 out.
Well, you look at that, 0 earned runs, and we mentioned at the top of the show, you know, that we were hoping that Cole Hamels would go out there and take a deuce, and that's what he's done. 13 in his last 13 starts, 12 of them 2 earned runs or less. Looks like he's going to add another start to that.
Carlos Beltran was a big part of it in the only Hamels start over the last 13 in which he allowed more than 2 runs. He gave up 7 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings to the Mets back on July 16th. Great job by our entire crew today here in San Francisco, led by producer Jeff Gowen, director Jim Lynch, associate director Eric Billigmeyer, associate producer Andy Cavanaugh, our technical producer Danny Rattante, technical director Simon Panazra. Pre-game show produced by Don Bowie. Here's the 0-2 to Beltran, fouled back to the screen. Marty Aronoff crunching the numbers today along with Mark Cole. And a happy birthday to our Mark Seguro.
Big Z, yep. Sending out some outstanding notes during the week.
And yes, Z, Eric does read your notes, in case you were wondering. Beltran awaiting the 0-2 from Hamels. Gets the bat on it. And the capture is made by Utley for out number 2. Time now for our Burger King mini moment. We take you back to the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 on, 1 out. First pitch from Hamels. Sandoval grounds into the 4-6-3 double play.
Yeah, it looked like the inning where the Giants were going to make some noise. You had the 2 guys in the lineup up at the plate with runners on that Bruce Bochy wanted, Beltran and Sandoval, but as Hamels has been doing all day long, he's made pitches.
So the Giants down to their final out. Sandoval at the plate, strike 1. Sandoval today 1 for 3, singled back in the 7th inning. Phillies coming into this game a season high 34 games above the 500 mark. They've won 8 straight. 7-0 since acquiring Hunter Pence from Houston. Took the first 2 games of this series.
Well, right now, today, the Phillies look like they are the class of the National League, but we still have 2 months to go. You know, a lot of things can happen. You've got to stay injury free.
Sandoval, deep left field. Ibanez back on the warning track. It's gone. Home run number 12 on the season for Pablo Sandoval. Giants are on the board as Sandoval keeps this game alive.
Sandoval has been the one bright spot offensively for this Giant ball club, especially coming off of the season he had last year. He's been consistent all year long. He's provided a threat. We've got a one-run ball game.
And then Orlando Cabrera on the first pitch from Hamels. Grounds out to Jimmy Rollins, and the Phillies win their 9th straight. Just one blip in the 9th inning. The home run allowed by Hamels off the bat of Sandoval, but Hamels comes right back to retire Cabrera. Phillies take their 3rd straight from the Giants in this series. They've won a season-high 9 consecutive games. Hamels now 13-6. For the Phillies, their 14th complete game of the season. Phillies win it 2-1.
Yeah, the Phillies are really doing it on all cylinders. We knew coming into this season how vaunted this pitching staff was going to be, but it's another thing to go out and do it on the field. And they're pitching as well as any club in all of baseball. Oswalt comes back tomorrow. Worley has stepped up. Bullpen shaped into form. You got to give a lot of credit to Ruben Amaro Jr., the general manager. He has put together a ball club, like I said, right now is as good as any in all of baseball.
It took only 2 hours, 14 minutes. Hamels goes the distance, allows only the 1 run on 7 hits. Did not walk a batter, struck out 5. Phillies win their 9th straight. They are now 74-39 on the season. Bonus coverage until the top of the hour coming up. Yankees and Red Sox. For Eric Karros, Kenny Albert, so long from San Fran.